Saturday of the first week of Advent. Today we celebrate the memorial of St. Ambrose. Now Ambrose is known as a famous preacher, and in fact his preaching converted St. Augustine. So it gives us a sense of how important his message was. Well, today in the first reading, we hear about how God gives us food and water and instruction. We need not only the physical things, but also the spiritual message. Because without that, we might be physically satisfied, but something's going to be missing from our hearts. And again, in the gospel, we hear how Jesus speaks about the people being sheep without a shepherd. They need someone to guide them on the right path. So Jesus sends the 12 apostles out to preach the good news to them. A couple of things. First of all, the idea that we do need instruction. That in Advent, it's a good time to read the Bible, to read the Catechism, to read some meditation book, preparing us for the arrival of the child Jesus in Bethlehem. Because even though we know a lot, we don't know everything, and it's always important to learn. The second thing, notice how Jesus sent the 12 apostles out to be the shepherds for the people. He could have easily opened the heavens and just proclaimed general amnesty. But God wanted collaborators. He wanted us to work with him in order to share the good news. And so the challenge for today, how are we going to share the good news with others? Now there's obviously some easy ways to do that. Our Christmas card list. We can send Christmas cards not only to the people who ordinarily send us cards, but maybe to some of those people that we don't especially like. Maybe some of those people who are lonely. And when we send those cards, very often we write, "I'll pray for you." Do it. One of my friends, every time she writes, I'll pray for you on a Christmas card, she spends 15 minutes praying for that person before she sends the card out. That's a way to share the good news. The people we invite to our Christmas meal. I remember one meal that I had when I was a young priest in Rome. The pastor invited all the people to the meal who wouldn't have neighbors, wouldn't have friends for the Christmas meal. And when I arrived, I understood why. They smelled, they spit out food, they swore, told dirty jokes. But yet it was probably the holiest Christmas meal I ever had, because these were the broken ones who were invited in. So maybe for our Christmas dinner list, we include a couple of those difficult people, knowing full well that there'll be difficulties. But weren't there difficulties for the Holy Family? I think of the shepherds showing up, and shepherds were not really nice people. Who are we going to invite into our hearts, into our home, so that we can be shepherds for them? And ironically, we'll find also that we can learn from them. That sometimes the very people we most avoid are the ones who can offer the most important lesson in patience, in kindness, in compassion. And may we have a blessed Advent.